Thank you for watching my video. This is Paraku Tips, where I provide you with quick, simple tips. In this video, I will review a great app that keeps track of your expenses and receipt. So stay right here. Tired of searching for lost receipt or need to track your expenses? Well, this app may do just that. It's called the Receipt Scanner Smart Receipt Expense Tracker. So if I go to the menu and I go to Manage Bank Account, you can see that my Wells Fargo bank is already linked. So the first thing the app will ask you to do is link your bank account. And the reason why it asks you to link your bank account is because it needs to download the transactions into the app. So when it downloads the transaction to the app, what you will see is 3 tabs on the top. You'll see a business tab, you see a review tab, and a personal tab. So once it downloads all your transaction is downloaded into the review tab. So what you do in the review tab is review all your transaction, and you designate it as business expense. In that case, you swipe it to the left, or if it's a personal expense, then you swipe it to the right. So for this example, I'm going to choose a transaction, say Home Depot. So Home Depot, I'm going to swipe to the right and designate it at personal expense. So that goes into the personal expense tab right here. So if I go to personal expense tab right here, you'll see all my personal expense transaction. So if I scroll to the bottom, I should see Home Depot. Okay, so in addition to that, if you go ahead and click on Home Depot, you have more options here. You can either delete the expense altogether. You can also click here on the edit button. You can attach a receipt. You can change or revise the vendor name. You can also change the category. So you can see all the list of categories right here. You have tax deductible categories and non-deductible categories. So in this case for Home Depot, I'm just going to choose household maintenance. And then here it shows household maintenance. And then if you like, you can go ahead and put a description here or an expense label as well. Also too, you can attach a receipt. If you have the receipt, you can take a photo of the receipt, and or if you've already taken a picture of the receipt, you can go ahead and get it from your gallery and attach it to there. So what's great about this is that you would never have to worry about losing a receipt or have like a shoebox filled with receipt paper. So that's a great thing about it. But during these times, you know that there aren't many people going to stores, so they don't have many paper receipt. So a lot of purchases are being done online, as you already know. So in that case, you want to make sure that the vendor who you're purchasing from emails your receipt. And when they do, the best thing to do is, if you don't delete your emails, then that's great. You can always search for your receipt on your emails, or usually what I do is I'll print in PDF the receipt and then save it into the cloud drive. Just create a folder called receipts and then save it as PDF. So that's one thing you can do. So go ahead and click save, and going to click the back button here. So as you can see, again, this is all your personal expense here. And if you like, you can also, there's a search feature here that you can search for transactions. So if I go ahead and type Amazon and click search, you'll see all your Amazon's transaction. Now this app, I think this is more of a business oriented app. I say that because it categorizes the expenses very well. So during tax season, if you're doing your taxes and you're trying to get all your expenses, and if you've already been doing this and categorizing all your expenditures, then doing your taxes will be very simple to do because everything is already categorized. You know, the IRS likes, especially if you're claiming tax deduction, they like your expenditures to be categorized. So this app is great for keeping track of expenses and especially categorizing our expenses. And if I go into the business tab, you can see here all the business transactions that I've designated. And again, if you click on it, you can, just like with the personal expenses, you can change right here. You can change the vendor name, you can change the category, and you can add the additional options. So I'm going to go ahead and save it. I'm going to go ahead and click the back button here, and if you click on the menu button, another feature here is the exporting reports. So before I go to showing you what exporting data is here, if you go to back to the transaction, when I click on the transaction, I can add to report. So what that does is this transaction here, if I add to report, what that does is I've already created this report called business expenses. So basically, once you recorded a transaction, you can go ahead and add it to this report. So when you run this report, it would only run the transaction that you added to this business expense report. And then you can go ahead and create a new report to whatever you like. If I click on new report, you just add a report name, and you can designate a client to whoever you're sending it to, and then the description of the report. So whatever transaction that comes through, you can add it to that specific report. So every time you run that report, only those transactions that you saved or added to that report would only show. Click save. I'm sorry. So if I click back and finish. Another great feature too, if you go down here in the summary, this shows you basically all the categories and what percentage of your total expenses are being spent in each of the categories. You can view all here, and the percentage and the total. I click back here, and you can see here there's a bar graph here that shows you each month how you're spending your money. So you can also come up here and view it by year. Or you can also, and then on the bottom, if you scroll down to the bottom, so I haven't added the transactions since January. So for right now, I only have July expenses. You can see it will show you all your expenses for each month shown here. So same thing for personal. You can see here I've already shown expenses for January. These aren't all the expenses haven't been populated, but just give you a sample how it would look. This is how it would look each month. So you can see all your expenses each month. I think that's a great thing. So you can see, you can compare each month. So you can look at it by quarter. You can see here, you have first quarter, second quarter, and third quarter here. Then same thing for business. You can view the graphs and how you're spending for both business and personal. You can also take this report and you can also export it. And I'm going to go ahead and export this report, general business expense. You export. So what happened, it generate a CSV file, and it will generate a link, and that link is sent to your email address, and it's a shareable link. And then you go ahead and click start, and then that link will be emailed to you. So that way you get the report, you get all your transactions, and it's sent via email, and you can open it up and view it via CSV, and you can download it and view it. So here's the link, and then if I want, I can download and view it on my cell phone. See how it looks. Let's give it a second. Okay, I'm downloading it twice, so let me go ahead and pull it up, see how it looks. So here's the report. So you can see the date, the name, the vendor, the category, the amount. So everything is all in this file. So at the end of the year, you want to do your taxes. Assuming that you have used this app and categorized everything properly, you can run a simple report and then do your taxes off of this. So go ahead and click the back button. So another feature with this app is you can also get all your receipts. So for right now, I don't have any receipts stored, but if you like, you can send it to your email address and have all your stored receipts sent to you via email in case you need it for tax time. I'm going to go ahead and click back. Also, to another feature is you can do your mileage deduction. You can track your mileage deduction as well. That's a great feature of this app. So I want to show you this app. The reason why I have it installed is because I've been using it and for about a couple of days now, and I think I'm going to continue using it because of the keeping track of your expenses, and I like to categorize my expenditures and like to see what category I'm spending more or less. So if I go to, I want to show you, I'm sorry, let's go here, go to the Play Store. I'm going to show you scan a receipt. So this is the app right here. If I click on it, you can see here that it has 4.8 stars out of 376 reviews. So this is a great app, and the rating speaks for itself. So if you like, this is my review. If you like, you go ahead and download it and check it out. So if this video was informative, I would appreciate it if you can like and subscribe to my channel for future cool tips. Thanks, and I hope to see you in my next video. Peace.